Welcome to Napoleon's Power Talk. Today we're diving deep into a topic that will separate your habits from your destiny. The title is Why 1% Succeed While 99% Fail. And I've broken this journey down into 10 powerful parts, each one built to challenge, stretch, and grow you. So buckle up. Let's begin with part 1. Have you ever wondered why most people never reach their dreams? Do you know why only a few break free and live the life they desire? Let me tell you a moment from my own journey. There was a time when I was lost. I was working hard, chasing every opportunity, yet nothing was working. Every day felt the same. I saw people around me giving up on their dreams, telling themselves it was too late, too hard, too risky. I almost believed that lie too, but then I picked up a book that changed everything. It was Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. I read a line that hit me deeply. It said, one of the most common causes of failure is the habit of quitting when one is overtaken by temporary defeat. That sentence woke me up. You see, the 1% who succeed don't have a different world. They don't have a secret door that opens only for them. They face the same challenges, the same doubts, the same fears, but they choose a different response. They refuse to quit. They understand that failure is not the end, it's feedback. It's a signal to adjust, to learn, to grow stronger. Most people give up too soon. They try once, twice, maybe 3 times, and when results don't come quickly, they label themselves as failures. They move on to the next thing, hoping it will be easier. But the 1% know that greatness takes time. They are willing to fail, to learn, and to try again, no matter how many times it takes. Think about this for a moment. What if Thomas Edison had stopped after the first 100 failed attempts at creating the light bulb? Would we have the world we live in today? There is a story I want you to hear. There was a young man named Sam. He grew up in a poor neighborhood, surrounded by people who told him success was for others, not for people like him. Sam believed them for a while. He dropped out of college, worked odd jobs, and felt stuck. But one day he heard a speaker say, "Your environment does not define your future unless you allow it to." That sentence stayed in his mind. Sam decided to change his environment, not by moving somewhere else, but by changing what he fed his mind. He started reading every day, waking up early, and setting clear goals. It wasn't easy. He failed many times. He tried to start a small business and it collapsed. He tried again and it barely survived. But Sam didn't stop. He learned from each mistake, improved his mindset, and worked on himself daily. Today, Sam owns a thriving business, supports his family, and mentors others who feel stuck. Why did Sam succeed while others from his neighborhood did not? Because he refused to let temporary defeat define him. Ask yourself this now. Where in your life have you given up too soon? What dream did you bury because it felt too hard? Write it down. Reflect on it tonight. If this is helping you, let me know in the comments below. I want to hear your story. Remember, my friend, the 1% are not lucky. They are persistent. They are committed to learning, growing, and moving forward even when they are afraid. They understand that fear is not a signal to stop. It is a signal to keep going. If you are serious about becoming part of the 1%, then subscribe to Napoleon's Power Talk so you never miss a step in your journey to wealth and freedom. Your life can change when you decide to never give up. You have a choice. You can live the same year over and over, or you can step into your power, take control, and keep going until you win. The 1% are waiting for you to join them. Are you ready? Part 2. Do you feel like you are working hard, but your results don't match your effort? Have you ever asked yourself why some people seem to attract opportunities while others struggle endlessly? There was a day when I was sitting in a quiet park, notebook in hand. I watched people walk by, some moving fast with purpose, others just wandering. I thought about how many dreams are buried every day because people stop believing they can change their lives. Napoleon Hill once said, "Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve." The 1% who succeed know this deeply. They understand that belief is the seed of success. Without belief, action becomes empty, a routine without direction. Most people fail because they let doubt control them. They let the opinions of others shape their self-image. They start strong but lose momentum when results don't come fast enough. The 1% succeed because they hold on to their vision even when no one else sees it. They understand that faith in themselves is non-negotiable. It's not about arrogance. It's about trusting that with persistence, learning, and faith, they can achieve what they decide to achieve. I remember a story of a young woman named Aisha who wanted to open a small bakery in her neighborhood. She had no money, only a passion for baking and a deep desire to change her family's life. Everyone around her told her it was impossible. "No one will buy your cakes," they said. "You need a real job." But Aisha didn't let those words stop her. She started baking from her small kitchen, selling her cakes to neighbors. At first, sales were slow and there were days she wanted to give up. But she remembered the vision she had of her bakery. The smell of fresh bread, the customers smiling as they tasted her cakes. She held on to that vision. Slowly, people started noticing the quality of her cakes. Word of mouth spread. Her small kitchen could no longer handle the orders, and she eventually opened a small shop. Today, Aisha's bakery is a community favorite, and she employs others who once told her she couldn't do it. Why did Aisha succeed while others in her community stayed stuck? Because she believed in her vision. She refused to let fear and doubt define her future. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, what is the vision I have for my life? What would I pursue if I truly believed it was possible? Write this question in your journal. Reflect on it tonight. Your belief shapes your actions. Your actions shape your results. If you want to change your results, you must first change your belief. Tell me in the comments, what is the vision you are holding for your life? I want to hear it. If you are finding value in this series, subscribe to Napoleon's Power Talk now so you never miss your daily dose of powerful motivation and practical guidance. Remember, the 1% who succeed are not different because of what they have. They are different because of what they believe. They wake up each day with purpose, driven by a vision that pulls them forward, no matter how slow progress feels. You can be one of them. You can choose to believe in your dreams and take action, even when fear whispers in your ear, because your belief, backed by persistent action, will shape your future. You are capable. You are worthy. You are ready. Are you willing to believe it? Part 3. Have you ever felt you were meant for something more? Do you wonder why your potential feels trapped behind fear? I remember reading a line that shook me. Napoleon Hill said, "Action is the real measure of intelligence." It made me pause. Because most people don't fail because they are not smart. They fail because they don't act on what they know. The 1% succeed because they take action while others hesitate. They know that knowledge without action is wasted potential. They understand that ideas alone don't change lives. Execution does. I want to share a story with you. There was a young man named Daniel who spent years studying success principles. He watched motivational videos, read countless books, and attended seminars. He felt inspired, but nothing changed in his life. One day, a mentor asked him, "What action have you taken from what you have learned?" Daniel realized he had taken none. That question became a turning point. He decided to apply one principle immediately, waking up early to work on his goals before distractions arrived. It was hard at first, but he stayed consistent. Daniel started small, working on a business idea he had delayed for years. Each day he took one step, no matter how small. Months passed, and his business began to grow. He started seeing results that were once only dreams. Daniel realized something powerful. Action creates momentum. Momentum creates belief. Belief fuels further action. This is why the 1% succeed while 99% remain stuck in learning without execution. Ask yourself today, what action have I taken on what I know? What is one small step I can take today towards my goals? Write it down. Take that action today. If you feel stuck, let me know in the comments. I will read and guide you. You see, it's easy to wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect confidence. But perfection is an illusion. Action creates clarity, not the other way around. Napoleon Hill taught us that success requires action, driven by faith and a clear goal. Are you willing to take imperfect action today? Are you ready to move even when you feel fear? If you want to keep learning how to take practical steps towards your success, subscribe to Napoleon's Power Talk now so you don't miss the next guidance that can shift your results. Remember, the world doesn't reward ideas alone. It rewards those who act on them. The 1% are action takers, not just dreamers. You can be among them if you choose to start now. Your dreams are waiting for you to move. Your potential is waiting for your courage. Are you ready to take that first step today? Part 4. Do you feel your dreams slipping because of distractions? Are you losing focus on what truly matters? Napoleon Hill once wrote, "Concentration of effort and the habit of working with a definite chief aim are essential for success." You see, the 1% who succeed have mastered focus. Most people live in constant distraction. They jump from one idea to another, from one opportunity to the next, never staying long enough to see results. They allow every notification, every opinion, every small crisis to steal their attention. But the 1% understand the power of deep focus. They choose one clear goal and commit to it fully. They cut out distractions. They say no to what does not align with their vision. I remember a story of a man named Omar. He had many ideas and dreams, but no results. One day his mentor asked him, "What is your definite chief aim?" Omar didn't know how to answer. His mentor explained, "You must choose. Focus creates power." So Omar chose. He decided to focus on building a single online business, ignoring everything else for 1 year. It was hard to let go of other ideas, but he stayed committed. Each day he worked with intention. He studied his craft, marketed his business, and served his clients with excellence. Distractions came, but he reminded himself of his chief aim. After a year, Omar's business was earning more than he made in his previous job. His life changed because he chose to focus. Ask yourself, what is my definite chief aim? Am I living with clear focus, or am I allowing distractions to steal my future? Write this question down. Reflect on it tonight. Comment below with your biggest distraction that you want to eliminate so we can grow together. Remember, focus is a superpower. The 1% succeed because they protect their focus. They don't let the noise of the world drown out their purpose. Napoleon Hill taught that a burning desire backed by a clear goal and persistent action is the foundation of success. But without focus, even the strongest desire fades. If you want to learn how to stay focused on your goals and build unstoppable momentum, subscribe to Napoleon's Power Talk now so you don't miss the next step in your journey. Your dreams deserve your full attention. Your potential needs your commitment. The distractions will always be there, but your future is shaped by what you choose to focus on today. Will you choose your dreams over distractions? Are you ready to live with the focus of the 1%? Part 5. Have you ever felt tired of waiting for motivation to take action? Do you know why the 1% succeed even on days they don't feel motivated? Napoleon Hill once said, "Do not wait. The time will never be just right." Most people fail because they wait for the perfect moment. They wait to feel motivated, confident, or ready before taking the first step. But the 1% understand a powerful truth. Discipline is stronger than motivation. Motivation comes and goes like the weather. Discipline is a decision you make every single day, regardless of how you feel. I want to share a story with you. There was a young woman named Fatima who dreamed of writing a book. She waited for inspiration to strike, for her schedule to clear, for her confidence to rise. Years passed, and the book stayed in her mind, but never on paper. One day she read a quote, "Start before you're ready." Fatima decided to write one page every day, even if she felt uninspired. Some days the words came easily, other days it felt impossible, but she kept going. Months passed, and page by page, her book came to life. She published it, and it inspired many who were waiting for their own motivation to start. Fatima's story teaches us that the 1% take action, no matter how small, every day. They don't wait for the perfect day. They create progress through discipline. Ask yourself, am I waiting for motivation to start my journey? What small action can I take today, even if I don't feel ready? Write this in your journal tonight. If this is speaking to you, let me know in the comments below so we can grow together. Remember, your dreams are not waiting for you to feel ready. They are waiting for you to act. Napoleon Hill taught that persistent action towards a clear goal, driven by faith, is the foundation of success. But you can only build that foundation through daily discipline. Your future is shaped not by the days you feel motivated, but by the days you act, even when you don't. Discipline is a choice you make in the small moments. It's waking up early when you want to sleep. It's working on your goals when distractions call you. It's reading, learning, and growing when it feels easier to waste time. If you want to learn how to develop unshakable discipline and build your success step by step, subscribe to Napoleon's Power Talk now so you never miss your daily guide to a wealth mindset. The 1% are not superhuman. They are people who choose discipline over excuses. You can choose that too. Your dreams are waiting for you to move. Are you ready to choose discipline today? Part 6. Have you noticed how easily people give up after facing setbacks? Do you know what the 1% do differently when life knocks them down? Napoleon Hill said, "Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit." The 1% understand this deeply. Most people face a challenge and take it as a sign to stop. They think failure is a signal that their dream isn't meant for them. But the 1% see failure as feedback. They don't run from it. They study it. They learn from it. They adjust their actions and try again. They know that setbacks are part of the path to success, not the end of it. I want to share a story with you. There was a man named Amir who wanted to start his own business. He saved money for years and finally opened a small shop. Within a few months, the business was struggling. Sales were low and bills were high. Amir felt like a failure. He wanted to quit and return to his old job. But one evening, he remembered a line he had read. "Temporary defeat is not permanent failure." He decided to study why his business was not working. He asked customers for feedback. He learned about marketing and customer service. He made changes one by one. Slowly, things started to improve. Customers came back. Sales increased. Amir's business survived, and then it grew. Amir learned that failure is not the end unless you make it the end. Ask yourself today, where have I allowed a setback to stop me? What lesson can I learn from it to move forward? Write this down in your journal tonight. Comment below with one setback you want to turn into a comeback. Let us grow together. Remember, the 1% don't fear failure. They see it as a teacher. They know that every great success story is built on moments of falling and rising again. Napoleon Hill taught that persistence is a key factor in success. Without persistence, even the best ideas and plans will fail. The 1% keep going when others stop. They push through challenges. They embrace the discomfort of growth. If you want to learn how to build unbreakable persistence and develop a mindset that sees failure as fuel for success, subscribe to Napoleon's Power Talk now so you never miss your daily guidance. Your setbacks do not define you. Your response does. You have the power to rise, to learn, and to move forward stronger than before. Will you choose to rise after your setbacks? Are you ready to persist like the 1%? Part 7. Have you noticed how some people grow while others remain the same year after year? Do you know what the 1% do to keep expanding their success? Napoleon Hill once said, "An educated man is not one who has an abundance of general or specialized knowledge. An educated man is one who has so developed the faculties of his mind that he may acquire anything he wants." The 1% who succeed are committed to lifelong learning. Most people stop growing after school. They believe education ends with a certificate. They stop reading, stop learning, and stop challenging their minds. They let routines consume them. But the 1% understand that growth is a daily habit. They read books, listen to mentors, study successful people, and apply what they learn. They know that the mind, like a muscle, must be exercised daily. I want to share a story with you. There was a man named Bilal who worked in a factory for years. Every day was the same. Work, home, sleep, repeat. He felt stuck, believing this was all life had for him. One day he found an old book by Napoleon Hill in a local shop. He started reading page by page during his lunch breaks. The ideas sparked something in him. He started applying what he learned. He set goals for the first time. He learned about investing and started a small side business. He kept reading, learning, and testing new ideas. Over time, Bilal's mindset changed. He began to believe in possibilities he had never seen before. His income grew and his confidence increased. Bilal's life changed because he chose to keep learning. Ask yourself today, am I committed to daily learning? What book, course, or mentor can I learn from this week to move closer to my goals? Write this down and take action on it. Comment below with the book or resource you will commit to this week. Let us grow together. Remember, the 1% succeed because they never stop growing. They invest in their mind daily, knowing it is their greatest asset. Napoleon Hill taught that successful people are continuous learners, always seeking new knowledge and applying it to their goals. The world is changing, and those who grow with it thrive. Those who stay the same are left behind. If you want to learn how to build a daily learning habit that will transform your mindset and prepare you for wealth, subscribe to Napoleon's Power Talk now so you never miss your daily guidance. Your mind has unlimited potential, but you must feed it daily. Your future is shaped by what you learn and how you apply it. Are you willing to commit to lifelong learning? Are you ready to think and grow rich in your mind first? Part 8. Have you ever wondered why some people attract opportunities easily? Do you know the hidden secret the 1% use to build networks that support their dreams? Napoleon Hill once said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." The 1% understand this truth deeply. Most people spend time with those who complain, gossip, and settle for less. They absorb these beliefs and habits without noticing it. They let the environment shape them. But the 1% carefully choose their circle. They surround themselves with people who think bigger, act with purpose, and believe in growth. They know that your environment either lifts you or limits you. I want to share a story with you. There was a young man named Junaid who had big dreams but felt stuck in his neighborhood where everyone believed success was impossible. He noticed how every conversation around him was about problems, never about solutions. One day, Junaid decided to attend a local entrepreneur meetup. He was nervous but went anyway. There he met people who talked about opportunities, goals, and growth. For the first time, he felt inspired to take action. He stayed in touch with these people, asked questions, and learned from them. Their mindset began to shape his. They encouraged him to start small, and he launched a small service business. Over time, Junaid's life changed because he changed his environment. Ask yourself today, who am I spending my time with? Are these people lifting me towards my dreams or pulling me away from them? Write this down in your journal. Comment below with one change you will make in your circle to support your dreams. Remember, the 1% succeed because they understand the power of association. They seek mentors, join masterminds, and connect with those who challenge them to grow. Part 9. Have you ever felt like fear is holding you back? Do you know what the 1% do when fear tries to stop them? Napoleon Hill said, "Fears are nothing more than a state of mind." The 1% who succeed understand this deeply. Most people let fear control them. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of what others will say. They let fear stop them from taking the first step toward their dreams. They let fear shrink their potential. But the 1% see fear as a signal, not a stop sign. They know that fear shows up when they are about to grow. They use fear as a compass, guiding them toward what matters most. They feel the fear and they take action anyway. I want to share a story with you. There was a woman named Anaya who wanted to start a coaching business to help others live better lives. But every time she thought about it, fear whispered, "What if you fail? What if no one listens?" Anaya almost gave up, but she remembered a lesson. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the decision to act in spite of it. She decided to start even while afraid. She launched her first small online workshop. Only 5 people attended, but she served them with all her heart. Those 5 people told others. Slowly, Anaya's confidence grew. Her business grew. Her fear did not disappear, but it no longer controlled her. Anaya learned that action dissolves fear. Ask yourself today, what fear is holding me back from my dreams? What is one small action I can take today even while feeling afraid? Write this down in your journal tonight. Comment below with the fear you are ready to face so we can support each other. Remember, the 1% succeed because they don't wait for fear to leave. They move forward while fear walks beside them. They understand that courage is built through action. Napoleon Hill taught that fear is one of the greatest enemies of success, but it can be conquered by faith and decisive action. Fear will always exist when you chase big dreams, but each step you take while afraid weakens its hold over you. If you want to learn how to overcome fear and take bold steps toward wealth and purpose, subscribe to Napoleon's Power Talk now so you never miss your daily guide to success. Your dreams are on the other side of your fear. Your potential is greater than your doubts. Are you ready to face your fear and move anyway? Will you step forward today, even if it feels scary? Part 10. Do you know what truly separates those who succeed from those who don't? Are you ready to discover the final key the 1% use to win? Napoleon Hill said, "Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve." The 1% who succeed don't just dream, they believe their dream is possible. Most people wish for success but doubt themselves. They let their limiting beliefs block them. They say, "I'm not ready," or "It's too hard," or "People like me don't succeed." They kill their dreams with their own doubts. But the 1% protect their belief like a treasure. They understand that belief is the soil where success grows. They feed their belief with positive thoughts, daily affirmations, and by surrounding themselves with people who support their vision. They speak their dreams out loud even before they see them. I want to share a story with you. There was a young man named Elias who grew up in a family where no one had ever owned a business. Everyone told him to get a stable job and not dream too big. But Elias believed he was meant for more. Every morning he wrote down his goals and visualized himself achieving them. He said affirmations like, "I am capable and I will succeed." Even when challenges came, he held on to his belief. One day he started a small business from his room. It was tough. There were days with no sales, days filled with doubt. But he kept going, holding the image of success in his mind. Over time, Elias's business grew. His belief became reality. Ask yourself today, what belief do I need to build to achieve my dreams? Am I feeding my belief or my doubts? Write this question in your journal and answer it honestly tonight. Comment below with the dream you will start believing in today. Remember, the 1%